to all chat. There we go. Good morning, Joyce. So setting myself up for this morning. There's so much going on. It's super dark outside. And I am feeling drained still. But hey, it's a beautiful morning. I am going to drink some of that. I'm going to change my glasses here so I could read the chat, and hopefully I do not forget my glasses. I have them out to remind me to pack them because you guess what? I did not pack yet. Nope, I was too busy playing yesterday. Too busy playing. I made a bunch of little movies. I just need to upload them to my channel. I am having a blast. What I am going to do. What am I going to do right now? I think, shoot, how did I set this? Now I don't remember how I set this. Let's see. That goes there. Well, we're just going to go for it. What I'm doing this morning, I am just wrapping some things up. I want to wrap up. I'm going to just start sewing some of these blocks. This here, what I'm working on today, is a quilt called Perspective. It is one of the blocks, or one of the quilts that is in the big block, that Fabric Cafe big block book. That's where this comes from. And I just did a tutorial, or more, it's not so much as a tutorial as just a discussion about it. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to zip my lip about this, but you are going to see me sewing it together. Put it that way. You'll have to watch the video so you can see my perspective on how to put this together. It's pretty cool. And yesterday when you saw me do the half square triangles, and I've got to say hello to Teresa and Jessica, you saw that I did some half square triangles, and that was for, what's the book called? Resilience, I think. And I said I had a different technique that I had in my head that I had learned years ago, and I wanted to see if it would work, because in that pattern they do not have you make half square triangles, and it did. I did one, and yesterday I said I wasn't going to trim them down, but I had to trim them down because I had to cut the half square triangles in half, and that's for a future video. But it worked, and I was excited to know that. And so yeah, so now I'm just trying to get some of this. So these, I will say that these were done, these blocks were done a long time ago, a very long time ago. They have just been sitting in a bag for the day that this book was going to come out. When I did this, quilts for them, I had no idea their book idea or anything like that. I had no idea what they were doing. I just knew I was making this quilt. And then to see the book in action, and I have made every single one of those quilts except for 2 on there. And those other 2, I'm going to find the right panel or the right idea. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do to make those last 2 that I have not made yet, because I'm having so much fun. I've got to tell you, I am having a lot of fun with this book, just because it's big pieces. I'm really stash busting. Like, this is a real serious stash busting book. You want some quick quilts to stash bust and to give away, this would be it. Yeah, definitely would be it. So yeah, so on my video, I did not put this together. We had more of a discussion and my perspective on how to put this together. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. And what else is going on? It's going to pour. It's going to rain. Oh, Pat's here. Oh boy, hope you don't get the storms we are having. Yes, we are. We are, Pat, we just discussed that all day yesterday. So we are supposed to be leaving on Thursday, and they are calling this one of the most, a big nor'easter for us. And so I don't know. I have to call the campground, see if I can cancel the one day. And then we talked about canceling the whole trip. And I really don't want to do that. Like, I really, really don't want to do that. I really need this little getaway. I need to be, I know, like, it could be a staycation here, but the problem is it's never a staycation. If I am home, I'm never fully relaxed. I'm always still stressed because everything that I have to do is staring me in the face. All my problems are staring at me here. So I terribly need to go away, but I don't know if we're going to be able to with this storm. We, like my honey said, we might have to just eat that. We're just going to lose the money on it. But hopefully that won't happen. This would be good with cape fabric. Yes, Joyce. So if anybody wants to send me cape fabric this way, you're all welcome to. I'm cape fabriced out. I use everything up. I do have a bag of scraps, and I'm going to play with the bag of scraps because I just loved working with it. I never thought I would, but I do. I love it. I'm thinking t-shirts in those large spots. Yes, that's a great idea. Our power is out, but we have a house generator, thank goodness. That's good. Good morning, Vintage Style by Joe. She always has videos going out, like all the time. And she had one out using her scraps yesterday. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone. Just go over there and check it out. You know what? If I remember, I will try to share it out so you guys don't even, well, I know, because I want you guys to go to her channel and see what other stuff is out there. But yes, that was a really cool thing. I have done what I'm not going to say what she did, but the method she used is a great method, and I've used it quite often. Let's put it that way. Good morning, Barb. You could do an online retreat. Pat, is your power still out? No, just went out tonight. Good morning, Sherry and Molly. I have a fat quarter of cape. Been wondering what to do with it. I know, I was lucky. I was lucky to get that fat quarter of cape fabric, and I was lucky to get all of Lynn's scraps at the end of the retreat of cape. So I still have a couple of fat quarters. I definitely want to sew more with his stuff. I mean, I enjoyed it. I really did. I hope I'm not lost onto what I'm supposed to be sewing here. We will see, because I get myself all caught up. Good morning, Deb. We have a lot of us up here this morning. I'm feeling a little refreshed this morning. I actually slept till 4:30. It was almost 5 actually. Which was good, because I don't know, my sleep wasn't that great. It hasn't been that great. All right, so here we are. I'm going to keep going here. And you are going to see kind of some parts of this, right? Because I'm sewing it. And I have 2 borders. I've got 2 quilts that just need lots of borders put on. And yesterday what else? I finished the borders on that cape quilt, and I posted pictures of that. I started packing, well, you saw that I got my generator up and going for my sewing machine, my solar generator, my mini pack, which worked fabulous. Now I just don't know. One minute I want to bring Josefina, which is my featherweight, and then the other minute I want to bring my 301 Prince, and I still haven't decided which one I want to bring on this trip. All right, let's see. But I packed And I'm trying to also figure out like what to pack to sew. And I had a quilt already cut out, so I packed that. And I have my Cotton Cuts Fly Away Clue 4 I have not done, so I have packed that. And I have my bag of cave scraps and my bag of red, white, and blue scraps, being that it's Memorial Day. So Pat, you want to know, let's see, I discussed what I was doing, what I'm going to be working on. I don't think I can take this one on vacation with me. It's a little intense, right? So, and I want to make this nice, but I had decided for Memorial Day to honor my dad, dedicate this quilt to my dad. I will be making another Quilt of Valor quilt that will be going your way, Pat. And this is in memory of my dad. And he would absolutely love this. And it's going to go to a soldier, right? Or a vet that is living. It could go to someone if you need it for someone's funeral. Obviously, please give it to them. But it's going to go to a vet. And, but I wanted to dedicate this Memorial Day to my dad. How to do it, I'm going to make you a Quilt of Valor so that you can give it to another vet. And it's going to be this pattern. It's going to be resilience, because there's a lot of resilience, right? They've had to have gone through so much, right? So they have lived a life of resilience. And so that was the pattern. I liked the name. And actually, you all don't even know what any of this looks like, my pattern pull. So that quilt, the quilt meant so much. He said he didn't think this quilt could mean so. Oh wait, I must have missed something. Okay, so Sherry's here. Good morning. We gave out our first Valor quilt of the season. Very touching. Vietnam vet said he came home. Airlines took him out the back way so he didn't have to go through the mean protesters. The quilt meant so much. He said he didn't think this quilt could mean so much. Thank you all that help our veterans. Thank you, Leanna. Not a problem. Oh, there is a sweet shop in Florida called Cut Up and Sew, and they are doing an Advent box. Oh, love your veteran quilts. A sweet, please send me a note and I can read that at presentation. So sweet. Okay, I will. And Pat, send me that information that you just said about sew pin, what it is, Cut Up and Sew. All right, so again, when I discussed this yesterday with you all, I discussed it but never showed you. So I came across this panel. It says, with each new sunrise, life begins anew. And because Pat said it didn't necessarily have to be red, white, and blue, and it could be other themes because they can make it patriotic, here's the first one. Okay? That's why I said that this may be nice for a Navy man, but you know what? You could be an Army guy, you could be an Air Force guy and love fishermen, like to fish. It says, on silver ship or barnacle boat, a fisherman's life for me. Pat, if this does not sound like a good idea, now is the time to tell me. I will abort the mission and not make this. I will do something else. Okay. And here it is. And I only have 4. And the pattern for resilience needs 6 blocks, big blocks. So what I am going to do is I am going to use these strips, and I have 4 of them. So this can give me the 2 extra blocks. I'm going to make a nice piece block that uses this. And so, like, you know, the block has to be this size. So I will create something, and then we will have these 2 pieces like that and make a block. out of this. And it has red and white and blue, so that's why I kind of picked it up. And when I saw it, I thought, oh, this is interesting. That is perfect. No one will find a guy that, no, we will find a guy that fish. Oh no, baby bunny's on the loose. I am part of Quilt of Valor group here in Texas. Every ceremony is touching. So to put this quilt together, you have units like this, okay? You have units like this, and what they do is they make you do flip and stitch, lots of flip and stitches, so many flip and stitches, okay? And you're gonna flip and stitch and flip and stitch, and then you're gonna put them together like this. And then you're going to put this together like this. And then like this, right? Well, believe it or not, I did no flip and stitches. I just made half square triangles, which you saw me yesterday. And when you cut this a certain way in a certain direction, because they got to be cut in different directions, you end up with something like this that now is this. So years ago, I took, and this many, many years ago, 20 years ago, I took a class in which they said you could make, the whole class was you could make this block. Let me see. Is it this block? This block, this unit block, using a half square triangle. So when I saw this block unit being used in this quilt, I said, aha, I know a shortcut for that. And so that's why you saw all those half square triangles. But I cannot bring this with me, I do not think. Maybe if I get all of these squared up today and cut all of these, I may be able to take it with me. But in any case, I'm going to take my red, white, and blue scraps. I pulled them aside. So I'm only going to offer you one quilt, Pat, but I can only promise you one quilt. That quilt would be dedicated to my father's service. But they may be two because it becomes contagious. So we may have more than just one block. One quilt is, I can promise you one, but I would not be surprised if you end up with two, depending on what I could come up with my scraps that I have. And like you said, they may be not crummy scraps, but you know, like crumb quilting type of, I don't know what it is going to be, honestly, but I'm going to bring them, see what I can come up with. So promising you one, but you might end up with two. So helpful getting an AccuQuilt to cut up squares and half squares. Yes, I have one. I pulled it out. Good morning, Annette. So here we are. We are going to now put this, I'm putting the rows together. I am putting the rows together. So now soft squares is done. One of the videos that I will be uploading is also a video that is based on the panel challenge that she, well, that's not a challenge. I don't know what she's calling it, but the panel situation. So I have one with that, and but her June project, because every month she has a theme. So June's theme is Quilt of Valor quilts. So everyone get ready for a ride. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be a lot of amazing things being sewn up. And I cannot wait. I don't go on Facebook often. I've tried to go on these past couple of weeks because I wanted to see what you are all doing with your panel quilts. And I really can't wait to see what you all will be doing with the Quilt of Valor quilts. So that's going to be exciting to see. We will take all you are willing to donate. They are so lovely. They multiply like rabbits. Yeah, they kind of do, don't they, in my sewing room? Good morning, Giovanna. Well, what we're going to do right now is, besides watch me put together this quilt, we are going to go on a trip. Yes, we are going to go on a trip. I hope that my camping trip does not end up like this at all. What do you mean? So, here we go. How to survive if you are lost on a backpacking trip. How to survive if you are lost on a backpacking trip. Well, let me give you some choices. Are you trying to entertain us, Baron, this morning? So we are a quilting channel. And here we quilt, but we not only quilt. We also play survival. I take you on these adventures that you do not want to go on vacation with me, because I get us into all kinds of trouble, and then we have to figure out how to get us out of that trouble. That's what this channel is about. Let's see. Okay. So here we go. You ready? All my friends, hello. I see Anna. Anna, I got your text message, and I know it's been 2 days. I promise you. I promise you. It's been crazy here, girl. But yes, I'm saying yes to the dress, and you know what that means. Thank you so much. You all are just so amazing. All of you. Everybody on here is just so amazing on how you support my channel. So yes, but I'm not going to say what the yes is to, because I got to keep it a surprise. But the surprise is going to Puerto Rico with me. Ready? Here we go. How to survive if you are lost on a backpacking trip. A, retrace your steps until you find a track to follow. B, make camp. Send signals and wait until you are discovered. And C, locate a stream or a river and wait until someone comes along. What should we be doing? And if you did not catch yesterday, me sewing with my machines, my antique machines with my solar generator, go check it out. It's pretty cool. It really is kind of cool. I am still so excited about that. Good morning, Kelly. No, Kelly, Kathy. Kathy. So we're all over. A, B, C, cha-cha-cha. So here we go. Ready? The answer would be B, make camp, send signals, and wait until you are discovered. Okay. So while that's all happening, folks, good morning, Donna. While that's all happening, name the 6 P's of survival, because right now we are lost on this backpacking trip, and we said, oh, shiitake mushrooms. How am I going to survive? And I got my generator from Amazon a little bit ago. So now that we are shiitake mushroomed out, we've got to do this. Ready? Name the 6 P's of survival. A, purposeful planning. Here it is. The 6 P's of survival. Oh my goodness, this is like pineapple, pickle, peppers. Okay, let's go. Let me take this slow. A, purposeful planning perfects pivotal packing programs. B, proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. C, positive prudent protocol perfects people's plans. Or D, Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Which one is that one? A, B, or C? We have a lot of B's, a lot of D's. B. Oh, I'm getting, so this storm is coming. I'm getting malaised and dizzy. That was just because I've done probably some sudden move. I'm so happy. This is my last day before we have this 6-day break from school. We have a 6-day break. We have to go back to school until the end of June, but I am so looking forward to this break. So looking forward to it. All right. Can I say the choices again? You're so funny. Okay, here we go. Ready? A, retrace, oh no, we did that one. Here it is. A, purposeful planning perfects pivotal packing programs. B, proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. Or C, positive prudent protocol perfects people's plans. And D, my silly one, is Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. I don't even know what I'm saying. Peck of pickled peppers, maybe? I rather watch a quilt grow and be donated to a good cause. And the cause could be we needed another quilt in our living room. I don't know. That's what I would prefer. Can you claim into rent a camping trip? You know, I thought that because I really did. So my daughter did say that if it gets too rainy and we wanted to, we can stay. We could stay with a friend. I think they'll be back in town. We could possibly stay with my daughter. Well, she has the pets. I can't stay in her apartment. But there's some exciting news and I can't discuss it. But we could stay in a place. We have a place to stay if we need to do that. It's about half hour or so from our place. But Honey doesn't even want to drive because who wants to drive through a storm? I mean, I understand. I get it. I just am wanting to head on out. And you know what? Maybe I could call my friend. I have a friend in Massachusetts that does have an RV sitting there. I wonder if they'd be willing to drop it off to the site. I'll add a day to the site and maybe they could drop it off today. I don't know. I'll have to ask them. I didn't even think about that. That was a good suggestion. I do know someone who has one. But the problem is they're traveling and I think they may be traveling today back home. So I'm not sure on that. But good call. Good call. Good morning, Loretta. So here we go. The right piece. So here we are. This is the scenario. We are lost on a backpacking trip. we are doing what they said, which is B, make camp, send signals, and wait until you are discovered. And all we're thinking is, oh, shiitake mushrooms, how long are we going to be here? But then we got talking, and then we said, well, what are those six P's of survival? And the answer would be B, proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. So that's going there. And when all that is happening, let's see. Hold on. I'm seeing what's happening here. There's all kinds of stuff that's happening here. Hold on, I'm looking. There was a perfect one here. All right, so this is what's happened. Now we've got the 6 P's. Now we want to know, now that we're sitting at camp, how to use smoke as an effective signal for rescue. Because at this point, we are freaking out just a bit. Because, you know why? Because we did not do proper prior preparation, which prevents poor performance. So now we're in the poor performance category right now. We are so shiitake mushrooms out of luck right now. We are so out of it. So now, how to use smoke as an effective signal for rescue. I don't know what's going on here. Let me see. Any information? I don't see an email, but I got an email from Lynn that morning that you donated 2 yards of fabric. Oh, there we go. Yes. Well, that's good. Okay. A. So how to use smoke as an effective signal to rescue? And the answer is, well, not the answer. The choices are A. Add grass, green leaves, or moss to a fire to create white smoke. B. Add any found object to the fire to make the most smoke. Or C. Add oil or fuel to a fire to create thick white smoke. What are we doing? D could be that we're singing Kumbaya and praying that we're going to get out soon. We're definitely singing Kumbaya because we have to entertain ourselves. We don't have YouTube and we don't have our... Wait, I may have my sewing machine with me because now I have that generator and I don't leave home without my sewing machine and now sewing generator, which just happens to be solar. We can throw that in there, right? So maybe you guys are singing Kumbaya and while I'm sewing. But backpacking, my backpack must be very heavy at this point. We have a lot of A's. Lots of A's. Lots and lots of A's. I'm just going crazy here. Just sewing with no rhyme, no reason. Just going on this sewing trip here. Good morning, Dawn. But you are in no sun area. Oh, could be true. Could be true. Let's see. I don't know what I did here, but... Oh, that's... What did I do here? That goes there. Oh, here we go. This goes here. Just making sure I am following. There we go. So the answer is A. Add grass, green leaves, or moss to a fire to create white smoke. I'm just making sure that when I nest these, that I'm nesting them in the right direction. Okay, so now that's happened. And now we've got the fire going. It's smoking. I don't know what we're doing. Freaking out maybe. And now we're thirsty. Yes, we are thirsty. Thirsty. And we're like, well, we are thirsty and I don't have a bowl or a cup with me. What am I going to do? What are you making? I am making a 3-yard quilt called Perspective, in which there's a video coming out on the perspective I have on this quilt and my perspective on how to put it together. Though I did not actually sew on that video. It was more of a discussion of how I created this with my perspective. I don't want to tell you or else you won't watch the video. So right now I'm just finishing it up. I'm finishing it up. I'm going to take pictures and then you'll see them. You'll see them. I promise y'all will see them. But I only have so much time to sew. And it was either I don't go on a live or I just do this. What is it smoking? Well, I don't know what other people put in their backpacks. But I'm using moss, grass, and green leaves to make a smoke to get rescued. No judgment on what other people are doing. I'm just sewing with my generator and my quilt and my fabric pieces. Okay, so I need to know now how to make a bowl. Oh, I'm going off the rails. How to make a bowl. Hold on. Got to go back on the rails. How to make a bowl in the wild, because, you know, I'm lost backpacking, but I'm lost. And so now I'm in the wild, and now I want to make a bowl, because a bowl is very useful. Good morning, Muriel, because you can drink it, all that kind of stuff. Where is Myra? Myra is my gal. Excuse me. Myra is my gal who, she's probably taking care of chickens now. Who has all those funny answers. So this needs to be pressed, and you don't get to see it. But I'll work on something I will show you. And this is also a future video. But I've got to get the pieces off the floor. All right, here we go. Basically, you're just watching a whole bunch of these big block quilts. I have made everything almost in this book. And I only just got the book. Some of the stuff I had, like that one you saw, that I actually had made when I made the sample for them to make sure that everything was sized right. All right. Bowl with leaves, cup your hands. Yeah, I never did tell you how to make that bowl, did I? I like the different ideas people are coming up. Okay, so how to make a bowl in the wild. Ready? Here we go. A, make a scraper out of animal bone or stone. Because where are we getting that animal bone? Okay, make a scraper out of animal bone or stone and carve out the center of a sturdy rock. B, place hot coals or embers on top of a thick tree root that has been cut to a desired size. Then dig out the charred pieces of wood. C, mix sand, dirt, and water into a powder and pour it into a bowl-shaped leaf or shell. Allow to dry and set for 2 weeks. Well, I'll die of thirst if I gotta wait 2 weeks. What? Yes, 2 weeks. 2 weeks and you will get a bowl. That's not the right answer. I'm going to tell you C is not the right answer, but I was entertained by C. Find a gourd. Are we in the caveman era? Joyce says D. A D is the coconut bowl, right? I do like the coconut shell idea. I think that is a very good idea. So that would be D. And then bring on the lime, because we got to put the lime in the coconut and mix it all up. Bring your own bowl. Oh, you know, Giovanna, after packing my mini generator and my featherweight in my backpack, I didn't have room to put a cup in there. Go figure. Where are my priorities? Clearly, my priorities aren't proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. My preparation was probably not very good. We've got a lot of B's, and B is the right answer. Place hot coals or embers, because we do have a raging fire going, on top of a thick tree root that has been cut to a desired size. My issue with that answer is, how am I cutting that? Did you all bring something for me to cut that? Oh. Was it Myra or Muriel? Who always carries a shovel? Someone here carries a shovel all the time with them. Maybe they put the shovel in the backpack and we use the edge of the shovel to break up the root. Maybe. Maybe. Or maybe not. Yeah, exactly. All right, so now we've got our bowl. Because you, Muriel, see, Muriel, she had us. She had the shovel. She had the shovel, so we used Muriel's shovel to cut the roots so that we can make a bowl. And now, how to find water in the wilderness. A, look for an area where there are no animal droppings. Ew. I wouldn't want to drink water where there's animal droppings. Yuck. Okay. B, notice the direction most birds are flying and follow them. Where is my scissors? I need my scissors to do this. Sorry, all. Let's see. Sidetracked. Okay, well, you know, my favorite scissors are here somewhere. I just don't know where they are, so I'll have to use my not so favorite scissors. Just take a survival kit with you and you won't have to worry about some of this. Exactly. Okay, or C, look for an area where animal trails merge into one path. So those are our choices. Now that we have our bowl, we got to find the water. I have elderberry tea today. Reishi elderberry healer. It's called elderberry healer. I feel like I need some healing action. We have a lot of C's. So this here is my panel, I think my last of the panel challenges for May. I do have one more panel, I just haven't gotten to it, and I don't think I am. But I will be uploading a video on this. I also did the videos for part 4 and 5 of the Showstopper. Just saying that too. There's going to be a lot of content coming your way. And what I'm doing now is I am putting on the borders. So I did do an actual tutorial on how to put this together. And now I'm just putting on the borders. So the answer is C. C is the answer. I love this purple too. This purple came from Carmen's Quilt Shop. I am in love with it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. The answer is C. Look for an area where animal trails merge into one path. Okay. So now, whoops, we have been looking all freaking day for animal trails and whatnot. We've been looking for them. It's not like we've been lazy. And we could not find any. None. And now night is coming. And we have the fire going. And I'm sewing. And some of you all are singing Kumbaya. Some of you are all just be like, what is going on here? I am never going again on any travel situation with this lady. And now we're thinking, we are definitely shiitake mushroomed without water. And what are we going to do? Hi, Andrea. So, how to collect dew for drinking? Because we are thirsty. This mama's thirsty. Good morning, Jamie. So here we go. How to collect dew for drinking. A, leave a glass out overnight to collect condensation and dew. B, absorb sponge moisture from grass and leaves with any absorbent material and then squeeze it into your mouth or a container. And we just made a bowl out of roots. Told you that bowl was going to come in handy. C, just before dawn, lick as many leaves as you can find. Just don't lick those leaves that look like poison ivy or poison oak. It's a good thing because like in A and B, we made a bowl. So what is it? A, B, or C? What are we doing? Oh, I didn't want this. I'm going to press this over here. It's going to take a little bit, but I'm going to, I'll press that. So let's see. Good morning. So we have some B's and we have some C's and we have some B's. So the good news is I have my sewing machine and I have my generator, and guess what? Because I have all that, I also packed fabric. So we can do B, absorb or sponge moisture from grass and leaves with any absorbent material. Yes, we've got that. And then squeeze it into your mouth or a container. Oh, Deb says she thinks Mona's going live today. So go check out Mona. They're going live. All right, so we've done all that. Well, we figured out the whole thing of getting water, okay? We have figured it out for getting water. But now here's the issue. We are hungry. We are very hungry. We are so hungry. We are just so hungry. Like just so hungry. And we can't eat material. Okay? So we are so, and remember to look for poop. Yes. That we are willing to eat a rat at this moment. Apparently we saw a rat overnight scurrying by, and we are so hungry that we're ready to eat this rat. So here we go. How to eat a rat. A, cut off the head, gut, and hang the rat upside down to bleed, and then cook it at a high temperature. B, skin it, cut off its head, feet, and tail, soak it in salt water, and then roast it. C, cut off the feet, gut, and skin it, pound the remainder, including the head, until the bones are ground up enough to eat, then boil it. I can't eat these. I think I'm starving, D. can't, first of all, put myself to do any of this to any animal, even a rat. And I'm just looking for coconuts and eating and drinking coconuts is my guess right at the moment. Joyce is on a diet. Anna's like, nope, 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 nope. Nope. Yes, everything good here. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, you know what? They don't talk about storms anymore. At least I don't have regular TV. I only have streaming, and I don't have anything that's streaming like real news. And what I mean by real news is like if it's on there, it's probably like 3 or 4 days old news. I would eat grass. She's eating grass. I'm going to, with that said, I'm going to press this border on. All right, let me just press this border on here. And then you get to kind of see what's going on over here. We're almost there. Let that heat up a little. Let me give you another thing. What is that? I'm being nosy. There's all kinds of action going on here on the highway. Or it's not the highway, the road. Huh. Big machinery going very slow past my house. I thought they were coming in. Okay, here we go. I have enough body fat to survive a month without food. I'll pass on that rat. This is an appropriate breakfast conversation. Rats, do not go with my eggs. Yes, it's a good time to become a vegetarian, isn't it? All right, so the answer is C. Cut off the feet, gut and skin it, pound the remainder, including the head, into the bones, are ground up enough to eat them, and then boil it. Yeah, I'll pass. I'll pass on that. So we're passed on that. We're not eating that. Maybe some of you did, but I didn't. So now I am trying to figure out, oh, this would have been good. This question would have been good before that other question, but hey, we'll put a different spin on it. How to mask your scent when setting an animal trap. We are going to try to find another animal that's not the rat. We are not ratting it up. A, after setting the trap, rub it with flowers or leaves. B, put strong smelling wood, such as pine or hazelnut, in the trap. Or C, place the trap in a campfire's smoke for several minutes just before setting it. Okay, we're going to try to trap something else other than a rat. I would be that person found in the woods that died of starvation and thirst. Not a problem. Have a great day. Yeah. Giovanna's just going the vegetarian route. Your backpack is so heavy by now, you can't carry it. That's true. That's true. An animal trap is quite heavy, isn't it? Maybe you made one. Maybe you had a professor there on this Gilligan's Island that we're on. Or wherever it is we're backpacking. Let's rub the bear trap with flowers. Ouch. Very true. Very true. Okay, so the answer is C. Place the trap in a campfire smoke, which we have a campfire going because we're trying to alert people that we're here. Please find us. For several minutes just before setting it. All right. Well, while we were out setting some kind of animal traps, crazy thing is happening. Yep, crazy. Just got crazier. Our trip just got crazier. So, we spot a rhinoceros. Yes, a rhinoceros. I don't know where this rhinoceros came from, but we spotted one. And right now, we need to know how to safely escape a rhinoceros. Like things couldn't get worse. We're dealing with this. A, upon noticing that a rhino has seen you, turn away and run away in a straight line as fast as you can. B, sit down quietly until the rhino gets bored and leaves the area. Or C, remain perfectly still and quiet. If the rhino actually charges, run away from it in a zigzag pattern. Giovanna says they are short-sighted. I'm seeing a lot of C's. I'm seeing lots of C's. And the answer is C. Remain perfectly still and quiet. If the rhino actually charges, run away in a zigzag pattern. So, the good news is the rhino didn't even know we were there because we were so quiet and then we kind of hid ourselves. So, we got lucky. No school today, Leah? No, I have school. I got to leave here soon. I got school. Today is our last day before our 6th day. We get 6 days off. If you put yourself in front of a tree, they cannot see you. I'm standing with Giovanna by the tree. Yeah, we're all good. We cleared that whole rhinoceros debacle. But I tell you something else we did not get. We did not clear. We were all worried about the rhinoceros. The rhinoceros was the least of our troubles. The rhinoceros was the least of our troubles. Because I'll tell you what. We have to now fend off a man-eating tiger. Yep, a man-eating tiger. So maybe we would have been better off with the rhinoceros. I'm not quite sure. This is like a tit for tat. Not sure what's going to happen. Ready? Leanna, you have to write a book with these stories. So here we go. How to fend off a man-eating tiger. A, wear a face mask on the back of your head. B, rub elephant dung or urine on your clothing. Oh, great. Now we got elephants. Wasn't bad enough we got rhinoceros. C, cover your body with crushed garlic. The smell repels tigers. If I had crushed garlic, I think I may have been able to eat that rat. Just saying. It's one of those. All right. I have time on. I'm going to put the last border because I kind of just want to see what this looks like on here. this is what I chose for the border because I'm only using what I have in my stash. So here we go. I have to go for have a wonderful day. Not a problem. Have a great day. Oh no, back we're at the zoo. I'm safe, then I am a girl who likes cats. Here, kitty, kitty. I would pee my pants. Would that work? Well, the choices are A, wear a face mask on the back of your head. B, wear O'Day elephant dong or O'Day elephant urine. C, cover your, or you're going to see wear O'Day garlic. And Pat's going to be wearing Eau de Pee. Yeah. So the answer is A, wear a face mask on the back of your head. So I hope we packed face masks on our backpacking trip because I feel like we probably didn't. I'm feeling like we probably didn't have a face mask with us. Too bad this didn't happen during COVID because then we would have all had a face mask. Oh boy. But yeah, that's true. We do carry those. But do we carry them backpacking? That's my question. Do we carry them backpacking? Because doctor's offices, some of my doctor's offices require them as you walk in and some don't. But would I have one in my backpack? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I would. But that is the answer. Okay, and after all those excursions, another day we weren't found, but we did find some dew. We're going to give us something. We did find some dew. We found some coconuts. We're surviving on coconut meat and coconut water. We're using Muriel's shovel to break the coconuts. And we made bowls using many roots. That's where we're at with this scenario. But now we've all woken up with dysentery. Because like things couldn't get worse. We all got dysentery now. How to treat dysentery in the wild. A, swallow charcoal. B, before each meal, well, there ain't that many meals happening, lay across a log so your head and your feet are lower than your abdomen for 15 minutes. I guess when they are talking about the meal, they're talking about the rat. And C, stop drinking unfiltered water. We have an A and we have a C. We have more C's. We have, as we already have it, and C, to prevent it. Also, you can boil the water for 4 minutes to kill the bacteria in the water. Yes, you can absolutely do that. So the good news is, with all these fires that are happening at our site, we have plenty of charcoal. So the answer is A, swallow charcoal. Well, now we're over the dysentery, and now we have a fever. Yes, we got a fever. Who knows why we have a fever, but now we have a fever. How to break a fever in the wild. A, Now this actually we've done before, so this is more of a pop quiz. Because I recall this from the past. This is a blast from the past. A, drink an infusion of elm bark. B, sit as close to the fire as possible to sweat out the fever. C, get into the coldest possible water until the fever is reduced. This is a little wrinkly. I promise you I had this all ironed earlier. Just lay there groaning and let the tiger eat you. Good morning, Deborah. Isn't there a song, watch out boys, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man-eater. I don't know why that song just got into my head when you said just let the tiger eat you. I'm going, all right. So it is a drink an infusion of elm bark. Does that water have piranhas? The rate of this trip is going. Probably yes. Yep, probably is. Oh my goodness. So we had a fun adventure this morning. Thank goodness it was not for real and it was just a made up adventure because nobody would want to go on that adventure, let me tell you. Nobody. Nobody but nobody. Do you think the Boy Scouts know all of this? I don't know. I don't know if they know this. I don't know if I'll remember all this. So, you know, let's see. Let's see if I have, I don't think I'm going to have time to put the rest of this. This is going to have to be, it's going to have to be another photo post that I will make because I've run out of time. It's 8:09, and as much as I would like to sit here and continue having my elderberry healer, I do have to go pay the bills and go to work. So, everyone have a wonderful day. If you wouldn't mind on your way out giving me the thumbs up, I would so appreciate it. And thanks for the great adventures, and hopefully we won't get lost in a backpacking trip next time. But that scares me a little because who knows what's up for the next time. So, we'll see you soon. Take care of yourself. Pass it forward. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Have a great day. Bye.